The Monte and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
I can take down America without firing a single shot. And that old saying is coming to me right now because that's what's going on in this country, guys. Divide and conquer internally.
That's what exactly with all the racism when they're, racism is a horrible thing. But man, I grew up in Cary, Indiana, the first almost 11 years of my life. And there was one white Billy Kempinski and an Italian family, the Furlanos, 2 houses down, and all my friends were black. We didn't even know about prejudice when we were young. We were just friends with different color skin, and it was all cool. It was great. And then all of a sudden, then I got to Florida. They had, when they started busing, there were some racial riots, which I didn't understand. I defended a lot of the black kids that I was trying to get to know, and just that. And then we got over that. We finally got over that. The interracial couples next door, nobody cares. I mean, there was no real prejudice. And I don't care. I mean, I love Mark Henry. Mark's a great guy, but when he's, said something bad about Terry, but then he, at the end of the show, he said that he was really kind to Terry.
Well, listen, Brian. I'm not going to argue with you on this one, but I'm going to tell you my feelings about Mark Henry. And here's my problem with it, right?
Yeah,
he was angry over what Terry or Hulk had said. Totally get it, right? Understand. He then goes on talking about how he offered Terry the opportunity to go to black colleges and apologize, right? And I've said this numerous times before. Dark Side of the Ring, which you've been on numerous times. Tommy Dreamer's on there, and he makes the poor statement when Ric Flair is doing his little penis twirly. That's Rick being Rick, right? It's okay to put your penis on a woman that doesn't want your penis on it, right? And Mark Henry's not going to social media demanding that Tommy Dreamer go to battered women's shelters to ask for forgiveness for his comments. And if Mark Henry's going to double to, what happened recently with that whole MMA guy that just beat the shit. Mark Henry has the audacity to say that, don't hit someone with a beer can. I mean, talk about reverse racism, in my opinion, Brian. I got to be honest with you. Again, I'll bring it back it's all you, but I want to bring it back to Bubba the Love Sponge. I don't care. He held that video as a bullet because he was so in love with Terry, so in love with him, that the day Terry was going to break up with him, he was going to punish him. He had the bullet and he kept the bullet. And for him to present it any other way, I don't know what to say about that.
No, and I agree with you, Monty, and it's absolutely the wrong thing to do. But I will guarantee you, just 1 second with Mark Henry, I will guarantee you that Mark Henry has either thought or said at some time in his life something white trash, whatever honky. I guarantee you that has come across his mind, or he said it, or it's just kind of a natural thing. If you get mad at somebody, the first thing you want to do is lash out at their skin color or something, because it's just the first thing you can grasp in the fit of anger. So Bubba was again. I said bad company corrupts good character, and Bubba did not want to let go of Terry. He was infatuated, and it's sad that. What he did, and I said that, no bones about it. When I said Bubba's talented, he's a talented disc jockey. He knows how to get ratings and get the audience, and that's what a shock jock does.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Brian. If we had Brian Blair on our show every week, we'd be talented shock jocks too. Trust me, it's talent only goes so far, right? So,
but see, when Bubba was with 98 Rock. here in the Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, in the market here, 4-county market, which is humongous, like 3.6 million people. He was number one for quite a while. I didn't particularly like it because it's not my thing, but I had to at least recognize Bubba for the talent that, I mean, he did this one thing called involuntary Carney syndrome, and it's the funniest thing you've ever heard. I mean, if you ever get a chance, Google that. You know, he surrounded himself with some talented people, but that's what intelligent people do. You surround yourself with people that are smarter than you are.
What would you say, Brian, I'm sorry. What would you say to Bubba if you had a chance to say something to Bubba right now?
I wish that you wouldn't have said what you said, done what you did in the name of ratings. But, you know, you've got to live with that. He's the one that has to live with that. Well, I don't have. We're only passing through here, guys. You know that. You're Christians, you're believers. Yeah. We're passing through here. We'll answer to a higher power someday. And, you know, I always pray that evil fails and good prevails, and that I truly believe that someday, you know, we'll all pay for the sins that we've done, but those that are forgiven, I think, will move on to a better place. That's what I believe.
So let me ask you this then. You, Jimmy Hart, you guys been called out by Bubba in regards to not sharing the medical, first of all, sharing the medical condition about another human being who could possibly be sick and dying, that you're being held to the carpet because you weren't telling the truth. What can you at least give some clarity to what Bubba was saying, that Hulk was in really bad shape and all you guys knew he was in bad shape, or was he actually doing okay and it was shocking that he passed?
Well, first off, that's why they have HIPAA laws.
Yep.
Second, if somebody's your friend, you stick up for them till the end. Terry has had beer, Hogan's beer, restaurants, merchandise shops, wrestling, amateur wrestling business, all kinds of things. Had hundreds of millions of dollars dumped in his lap in a private equity company. And what would his people think if they believed Bubba? And in fact, what I said wasn't a lie. I spoke with Terry. He sounded a little raspy, but good. You know, he told me he's feeling good. What can I say? He's feeling better each day. Many times he wasn't in he was in the ICU for a while, but he was out of the ICU, and Bubba was saying that he was in there. There was a lot of his stuff wasn't accurate, and I will always stick up for my friends, always. And you know, I'm not going to bury somebody when they're down either. I just don't.
I got to ask you though. I don't understand. Like, I understand you're a Christian, but I don't know how you maintain your composure, because now, since the Hogan has passed, the golden goose is now flown away again on Bubba. So now we're starting to accuse people of murdering Hulk Hogan. You've heard all that now too, right?
Yeah, and you know what that stems from? 2013. This guy is a terrible, terrible doctor, and he really screwed Terry up. And he actually, I truly believe that he killed Buddy Colt. You guys may be too young to know who Buddy Colt was, but he was a tremendous villain, and he got in a plane crash here in Tampa. But Buddy Colt went to him, and he was ultimately never recuperated from this particular doctor who does this laser surgery, who I heard point blank lie to Buddy and his wife, said something the week before about this little insert piece, and told the exact opposite thing a week later, trying to defend himself that he didn't put this thing in him. And it was so painful for Buddy that eventually at 84 years old, he killed himself because he was in such pain. Terry went through a lot like that, and the suit's been, what do you call it? Carried forward. So it's not against the doctor that operate on him. It's just an old lawsuit that's never been settled with another doctor.
Was Terry aware of all the stuff that was being said about him at the end? Was he aware of what Bubba was throwing out there, or were people
Absolutely.
keeping? He was
No,
aware of it. Oh
yeah.
God, I was hoping people were keeping him out of the public's gossip loop. But okay, hard left hand turn.
Well, Jimmy, can I just interrupt 1 second? I'll
Yeah.
let you have this. I just have one
Yeah.
question. I ask you, Brooke Hogan went on Bubba the Love Sponge and admonished Bubba of all his sins. Is that the truth? Did Hulk say, did he not think Bubba did that to him?
No. I don't want to get in an argument with the family. I like Brooke, and Brooke talks to me. I don't want to ruin the trust that I have with Brooke. I love Brooke. I've known her since she was a baby. I mean, I saw her right after she was born. I mean, she used to play with our kids. And, I can't. I just don't want to get into Brooke and the family thing, because it's not. I'm in a bad spot, guys.
No, I'm not gonna put you in that spot. I feel very strongly on what Bubba has done this last round in order to get ratings, like you said, and I don't think he deserved that statement from Brooke, because all of a sudden he's forgiving himself because he knows deep inside what he did. And I'm not challenging you on it. I just wanted to know your thoughts, and thank you, Brian, for answering as closely as you could to that. Go ahead, Jimmy.
From one uncomfortable subject to another. At Hogan's funeral, can you fill us in on what went down between Missy and Lynn?